Bathed in sunlight, a quaint cottage stands peacefully amidst a lush meadow. Young Cinderella, her face alight with pure joy, shares laughter and games with her loving mother. Their bond radiates warmth, painting a portrait of idyllic happiness and familial love. The air is filled with the carefree sounds of their laughter, echoing through the sunny meadow. This is Cinderella's world, a haven of love and joy, untouched by the shadows to come. A somber atmosphere fills Cinderella's home as her mother lies ill, her breathing shallow and weak. Young Cinderella tenderly holds her mother's frail hand, her eyes reflecting the dim light of the flickering candle. The mother's voice, barely a whisper, drifts through the room. "My dear Cinderella, always remember to be kind and brave." Her last words echo softly. "Never lose hope, my sweet girl. There is always light, even in the darkest of times," as she peacefully passes, leaving Cinderella utterly heartbroken. Years etched in silent servitude, Cinderella kneels on the unforgiving stone, her rags a stark contrast to her determined spirit. Each scrub is a testament to her resilience, the cold floor mirroring the chill in her heart. Adorned in finery that mocks Cinderella's plight, stepmother and stepsisters watch with twisted disdain, their jewels glinting cruelly. The opulent cruelty of her oppressors casts a long shadow, highlighting the chasm between Cinderella's world and theirs. Bathed in the dappled sunlight of the garden, Cinderella sits pensively on a stone bench, surrounded by the gentle flutter of birds and the sweet aroma of blooming flowers. A bluebird delicately lands on her outstretched finger, its tiny claws a fragile connection to the yearning in her heart. "Oh, my dear friends, if only you knew what is in my heart," Cinderella whispers, her voice barely audible above the gentle hum of bees. With a sigh, she confesses her deepest desire to her woodland companions. "I dream of a life beyond these walls, a life filled with kindness and love." Sunlight floods Cinderella's home as a royal announcer enters, scroll in hand, his voice ringing with authority. "By order of His Royal Highness, Prince Charming, a grand ball shall be held at the palace. All eligible maidens are invited," proclaims the announcer. The stepsisters erupt in delighted squeals, their eyes gleaming greedily at the prospect of the ball. Amidst the flurry of frantic preparations, Cinderella stands aside, a gentle, wistful smile playing on her lips. The crunch of carriage wheels fades as the stepsisters depart, their cruel laughter echoing in the night. Cinderella sits alone by the dying embers of the fireplace, swallowed by shadows. Tears stream down her face, each drop reflecting the grand ballroom she can only dream of. She clutches her worn dress, a tangible reminder of her exclusion. The firelight flickers, casting dancing shadows that mimic the waltz she will never dance. A profound sadness fills the room, heavy with unspoken longing and shattered dreams. A soft, glowing light bathes Cinderella's humble room in a gentle, ethereal radiance. In the tranquil light, shadows dance softly on the walls, hinting at hidden magic. Cinderella's fairy godmother appears, her presence filling the room with warmth and concern. Her voice, like a comforting whisper, cuts through the silence. "Why are you crying?" The question hangs in the air, laden with empathy and the promise of hope. Inside her humble home, Cinderella's face is a canvas of longing as she whispers her deepest desire. Her shoulders slump, mirroring the weight of her stepmother's cruel decree. "I wish I could go to the ball, but my stepmother won't allow it," she confesses, her voice laced with sorrow. The fairy godmother's eyes twinkle with a knowing amusement, a gentle smile gracing her lips. "Do not worry, my dear. You shall go," she assures, her voice a soothing balm to Cinderella's wounded spirit. With a graceful wave, the fairy godmother unleashes her magic, Filling the room with sparkling light, Cinderella's tattered rags dance and transform into a shimmering gown of spun moonlight, a vision of ethereal beauty. Delicate glass slippers materialize on her feet, sparkling like captured stars, completing her enchanting transformation. Beyond the window, a humble pumpkin swells and morphs into a magnificent carriage, its golden surface gleaming under the moonlit sky as scampering mice are replaced by majestic horses. Inside Cinderella's modest home, the fairy godmother's face is etched with concern as she delicately clasps Cinderella's hands. A palpable sense of urgency fills the room as magic shimmers faintly around them. Her voice, soft yet firm, cuts through the air with a grave warning. "The magic will only last until midnight," she cautions, her eyes reflecting the gravity of the moment. A silent plea hangs in the air as she continues. "You must leave the palace when the clock strikes 12. Cinderella's eyes widen slightly, a mix of excitement and apprehension flickering across her face as the weight of the enchantment settles upon her. Under the cloak of night, Cinderella's magical carriage approaches the grand palace, bathed in soft, ethereal light. The palace gates loom large, promising enchantment and adventure as she draws near. Her heart races with anticipation, a whirlwind of dreams and possibilities swirling within her. She gazes up at the towering palace, her eyes wide with wonder, feeling every bit the princess she imagined. Excitement bubbles within her, each breath a whisper of hope and joy as she prepares to step into a world transformed. The carriage halts, and a delicate hand reaches out, ready to grasp the magic that awaits beyond the palace doors. The palace ballroom dazzles under the glow of countless crystal chandeliers, a scene of opulent grandeur. As Cinderella steps into the ballroom, an awed hush sweeps through the crowded hall. Every eye turns, drawn by her ethereal beauty, as conversations fade into whispers. Near the throne, the prince is instantly spellbound, his eyes reflecting her radiant glow. He begins to move, pushing through the throng of guests, his gaze unwavering. A hopeful smile graces his lips as he approaches, eager to bridge the distance between them. In the Grand Palace Ballroom, Cinderella and the prince are drawn together, their eyes locked in a timeless dance. The air is filled with soft laughter, their whispered words lost in the melody of the night. With every shared glance, their connection deepens, weaving an invisible thread between them. Lost in each other's embrace, the world fades away, leaving only the rhythm of their hearts. The ballroom glows around them, a silent witness to the unfolding of their enchanting love story. The palace ballroom pulses with life, music swirling as couples dance beneath crystal chandeliers. Laughter echoes a symphony of joy in the opulent setting. Suddenly, the first chime of midnight reverberates through the hall, a stark warning. Cinderella's eyes widen, the joyous atmosphere shattering around her. The fairy godmother's words echo in her mind, a chilling reminder of the enchantment's end. Panic contorts her features, the impending transformation threatening to strip away her magical night. In the opulent palace ballroom, Cinderella bids a hasty farewell to the prince, her shimmering gown swirling around her. Her heart flutters with a mix of joy and regret as she flees the enchanting scene. The grand ballroom slowly empties, its vastness amplifying the echoes of fading music. A lingering sense of magic hangs in the air, a testament to the night's fleeting enchantment. The palace awaits her return, suspended in a breathless anticipation. Cinderella flees down the palace staircase, her silk dress a fleeting whisper in the night. A glass slipper tumbles down the steps, its delicate chime swallowed by the grandeur of the palace. She dares a glance back at the shimmering treasure, a silent farewell echoing in her heart. The slipper lies abandoned, a sparkling relic of a dream, now fading with the moonlight. Cinderella vanishes into the darkness beyond the gates, leaving behind only the echo of her hurried escape. Midnight tolls! Its somber echo marking the end of enchantment. Cinderella's radiant gown flickers, its magic unraveling into tattered rags. The delicate glass slippers dissolve, replaced by the familiar comfort of worn shoes. The magnificent carriage shrinks, its grandeur reverting to a humble pumpkin. The powerful horses dwindle, their strength fading into scurrying mice. Alone on the roadside, Cinderella is left with only the fading memory of a magical evening. Sunlight bathes the grand hall of the palace, illuminating the flurry of activity within. The prince stands tall amidst the chaos, his jaw firm with resolve. A declaration echoes through the hall, filled with youthful determination. "I vow to search the entire kingdom," he proclaims, his voice ringing with unwavering commitment. "Until I find the maiden I danced with," he concludes, sealing his promise with unwavering conviction. Under the vast sky of the kingdom, the prince begins his journey, a delicate slipper gleaming in his hand. His loyal attendants follow their faces, reflecting the weight of the quest as they traverse the land. At each humble home, hope flickers as maidens step forward, their eyes filled with dreams. Grand estates become temporary stages, where the fate of a kingdom hangs on the slender arch of a foot. Dust billows as the prince's royal carriage halts before Cinderella's humble cottage, a stark contrast against the simple dwelling. The stepsisters, their faces flushed with desperate anticipation, jostle each other. Each struggles in turn to force her foot into the delicate glass slipper, a comical and undignified effort. The slipper stubbornly resists, a silent testament to their clumsy attempts. Their hopes momentarily surge with each failed attempt, only to crash against the unyielding glass. Frustration mounts as it becomes clear the slipper is not meant for either of them. Cinderella steps into the light, her eyes reflecting a delicate dance of hope and trepidation. A soft, almost hésitant question escape her lips. "May I try?" The prince turns, his gaze drawn by her gentle spirit. A smile plays on his lips as he responds, "Of course," he adds, his voice laced with genuine curiosity. "I am intrigued by your gentle demeanor." Cinderella delicately positions her foot, a moment of destiny hanging in the air. The glass slipper slides on effortlessly, a perfect fit that seals her fate. The prince watches with bated breath, his eyes reflecting a burgeoning hope. A wave of pure, unadulterated joy washes over his face as he witnesses the impossible become reality. Recognition dawns in his eyes as he realizes he has finally found the one he seeks, the maiden of his dreams. The stepsisters stand frozen, their painted smiles faltering as reality crashes down upon them. A wave of disbelief ripples across their faces, their eyes wide with shock. Astonishment warps into bitter understanding as they begin to grasp the impossible. The realization dawns. Cinderella, the girl they scorned, holds the prince's heart. Their expressions twist with a mix of envy and utter dismay. The weight of their cruelty settles upon them, a heavy, unwelcome burden. Cinderella looks at her stepsisters, a gentle smile gracing her lips, her eyes reflecting deep understanding. She extends a hand, the gesture a beacon of forgiveness and compassion in the dimly lit room. The air stills as she offers the simple, powerful absolution. "I forgive you," Cinderella says softly, her voice filled with genuine warmth. Under the radiant sun, Cinderella and the prince reunite, their joy palpable against the backdrop of the majestic palace. They embrace, a symbol of love's triumph shining brightly upon their faces. The palace gleams, a testament to their bright future together, promising eternal happiness. Their union stands as a beacon of hope, a testament to the power of goodness and kindness. Love has conquered all, proving that a loving heart can overcome any challenge, ensuring they're happily ever after.